All right, I took the chuck off, and we're going to use that collet attachment we fixed up. I got some 1/2 inch stock. So I'm back there, I'm getting the closer put on. It's okay, I had to go not only get the collet closer in, phone rang, so hey, I'm back. So, okay, so the collet closer slid in and attached on the other end. And the next thing I have to do is put this nut on. And you've seen already, I made this tool to do that. So that just kind of goes in there. Threads right on. Just a straight thread, it's not taper thread or anything. Works perfect. That's nice. The cover, I don't know, the cover, spindle cover goes on, and it's the sleeve removal tool, because when you undo this, it's not the sleeve is not touching that shoulder, but it's very close, and about 20 thousandths. And when you undo this nut, it pushes this out and pops your sleeve out. Good system, works good. Just fix that on there. Okay, when I did the work, I scribed it. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, where the this goes on to the key, so that's aligned to this, and then this will go in, and there's a scribe mark right here, which we line up. That's our indexing mark. We just line that up on there, a couple taps, and it's in. And then our we're going to use this stock's 1/2 inch collet goes in. Now we got to spin the back end back here, screw that on. Vice reset threads are a little long-winded. So we're just going to stick that in. And now there's a good question. I haven't checked this out, but I guess I should have. I don't know if I can thread that close. I can't. Okay, so I decided I'm very close to the end of the travel if I tried to thread this with it close like this. So what I'm going to face it off, center drill it, and then I'm going to pull it out so I have room to work out here. Because I'm going to do the I'll do the big end where the handle goes first. I'll do a 1/2 inch 13 on that. Or yeah, 1/2 inch 13, and then I'm going to flip it, cut it off, flip it around, and we'll do the other end. So, and we'll do the same thing. We'll have it out here a little bit. stainless. I think it's 316 stainless. It actually cuts very nice and oh boy. Do it. That should be enough. Check my range of motion here. Okay, I'm all set. Let's see here. I had to get my nut, my gauge, all that stuff. So, and my thread dial bolt was loose, so I had to tighten that up where it mounts into the apron. So, a little loose. But anyway, so we're ready to go. 1/2 inch 13. Let's do a scratch. Around 300 RPM, I think, from around there. I'm loving my attack, my tray. Tight quarters here, and you're threading on the end like that, with right on the money. Doing some spring passes in there. Stainless is pretty tough stuff, so do a couple spring passes every, 2 or 3 passes. I'll mark this right here. I want to make sure that thing doesn't slip. You create why I did that. I don't want. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't slip. When you create a lot of force toward that chuck when you're threading like this, and you want to make sure it's not going to slip. I'm gonna wipe some of that off. There, I can just barely see a blue line there. So I'll know if it slips. There's a lot of force, especially with stainless, tough materials. I've been going in. I started off 5,000ths for a couple tuts. Excuse me. Then I was going in. Been going in 2,000ths at a time, and I'm gonna cut that back to 1,000th. Check something. There's some noise outside, so I had to, something fell over. Dogs, I think. Anyway, let's continue on. Anyway, I want to say is as you get closer, as you get deeper into your thread, the load on your cutting tool increases because of the depth, the length of the cut, I should say. No, not length, I don't know. Due to your depth of cut, so there's more contact against your cutting edge of your tooth. So you want to go in less and less as you get deeper and deeper. These are spring cuts here. Looks about ready to check that. I think I will. Yeah, a little tight. We'll go a couple more. That center tight enough. Well, I don't think that screwed it up. I'll go run the file on there a little bit and see how it cleans up. Yeah, a little tight still. Perfect fit. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna cut it off, turn it around, and do the other end. A little turning on there to do though. Okay, we got it turned around, faced off. Anyway, here's the drawing again. So we're gonna be doing this end here. So I got this like bull nose end on here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave an extra 5/16 out here of an inch, and that's where the center drill is, right out here. So that way I can get rid of that when we're done. So I'm gonna machine that down, half plus 5/16 or 3/8. So that's about 7/8 of an inch to that diameter. And then I'm gonna cut these threads. But what I'm also gonna do is I've added on here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a half an inch or so of half 20 threads here. And put a jam nut. I want that to screw into the shoulder here, and then I want to have a jam nut to lock it really good in place so it doesn't get loose. Just screwing it in will be tight, but I'd rather have a jam nut. So I'm gonna put a half inch 20 thread there. So we got 2 diameters to turn and 2 threads to cut. Fun little project. Let me, mark these off a little bit. So we're going to turn down to 7/8 of an inch, roughly there, and that's going to be 300 thousandths, that first bit, and then we're going to turn 450 thousandths of 3/8 thread, 3/8 there. So, and then the half inch thread will be here, thread, and a bull nose end. Oh boy, getting in there's a little tough. I think that's got a good tip on it. Make Make sure we got room here to cut. That should do it. That should be 7/8. We're at half inch, so I need to turn it down to 300. I can't talk over the noise of the lathe, so turn it off. Anyway, so this is half inch. I need to turn it down to 300. What I did is I just measured that off. I have a dial on the cross feed, not cross feed, on the longitudinal z-axis, or the carriage feed. I actually have a dial on there, so I was able to dial it off. Roughly 7/8 of an inch, 875 thousandths. So anyway, so we need to take off basically 200 thousandths off of that diameter. That was my calibration. That's a calibration cut just to know where we're at exactly. So I'm 467. Yeah, 467. So another 167. So it's 50, about 80,000. So we'll do. That was about 20 thousandths cut. So let's do. That worked out pretty good. The stainless is pretty tough. I'll try 30 thousandths cut. $106, so that's a 53 thousandths. I hit my center there. I'm gonna have to change probably tools. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change tools to get in there. I'm gonna cut this little bit left here. I'm gonna cut that down to 375 while I'm at it. Another 46. $377. Calibration cut. See how we did. Wow. That's pretty good for 300. We'll take it. I'm going to cut a small groove in here just to have a relief for the going in that thread. Not deep enough. Alright. Scratching here. Okay. Oh, I think I forgot to turn the camera on. Anyway, so I just pushed it back in here and I took it to the hacksaw actually. I measured it off and just hacked off the end. roughly 350. Yep, that looks good. Whoa! Let's drop everything today. All right, I got a radius tool in here. It'll be it should work. Might be actually too big of a radius, but yeah, we're gonna see how it looks. It actually doesn't need to be much, it's just so it goes in a hole. It's actually probably just fine. That'll work out. Doesn't need really much. Let's see if we can just grab it right there. Give it a little polish. There we go. Get a new handle, and we gotta just make a plastic end for it. Must be a little burr there. Yeah. Yeah, when I cut that a little bit with the tool, it kind of made a little fine wire edge there. We'll just clean that up with a file real quick. Anyway, okay. That'll be the handle. I'll show it in place here.